Hi guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Transformers Masterpiece Platinum Edition Optimus Prime, or also known as Year of the Horse Optimus Prime. Here's a kind of a shot of the box. It's a really big box, so it's tough to get in the review area here, but it's a nice box. I think they just they wanted to make it way bigger than the figure. Now, it does have a little Velcro panel here that opens up and kind of reveals the figure inside. I'm not going to take the tray out, but basically you had the Optimus Prime figure on top and then the trailer underneath, and the weapons kind of on the side here. It's actually almost way too big for what's inside. It doesn't take up a lot of room. I'm not sure why they chose this box. I mean, it is a pretty cool box. You got the image here on the front. Kind of goes, around the side here. Sorry, it doesn't fit in my review area, but that's about the best I can get. On the back, you've got a picture of the Optimus in vehicle mode and in robot mode with his Energon axe and the blaster, and then also you have his Matrix leadership. He does come with a Matrix leadership. That's pretty much it for the box. I mean, you do have this nice image on the side here of him holding his Matrix. It's a pretty nice shot, and it does talk, have a little bit of words here about Optimus Prime, and it's good. And by the way, it does say Year of the Horse here on the top, so I do like the fact they included a lot of stuff on the box. It's just too big. So this was really a lot of things. You had the Thrilling 30, you had the Platinum Edition. Also, it's Year of the Horse, so you have the symbol of the Year of the Horse on the figure. So it's kind of trying to cover a lot of things. So let's move on to the figure. That's about it for the box. Pretty heavy and pretty large. I think that was part of the marketing here. And here we have Year of the Horse Optimus Prime in vehicle mode. He's fairly big. I mean, he's the same size, obviously, as Masterpiece Optimus Prime, but he's obviously a big figure. And one of the first things you notice, obviously, is the colors. The colors are vastly different from the Masterpiece Optimus Prime. I will do a side-by-side comparison of the two figures, but at first glance, the trailer really is not attractive. I mean, even in person, it's really strange looking. Oh, because you can disconnect it here. It's just a very strange looking trailer. It's not. It's not painted. It's supposed to be a clear, translucent plastic, but I find it to be a little bit odd. I wish they had painted this maybe black to kind of match some of the theme on Optimus Prime. But that's what you get. Now let's take out the trailer for a second here. And what we'll do is take out the Hasbro Masterpiece Optimus Prime, or MP10. Now here are the two figures side by side. Obviously there are color differences, but the mold is the same. There are no differences in the mold. So what you can see here is you do have silver fog lights or headlights instead of the yellow. All of the silver chrome is now gold, even including the smokestacks. It would have been nice if they had made the wheels also gold chrome instead of silver chrome to kind of match, but that's how they did that. What else? Let's see. Now you'll have to kind of ignore the fact that the headlights are red here. That was a painted detail that I added on my own. So they're just black. These taillights here. These are the originals are gray. But obviously the leg color or the back of the truck color is, you know, a darker blue. You get almost the color of the Takara MP10 version of Optimus Prime. I do have the same problem that I had with the Masterpiece Optimus Prime, which was the legs kind of pop apart and they don't want to stay together. It's partially due to this folding piece at the bottom. It's also just the mold itself. It's always had this issue of popping apart. But it really is, you know, a good-looking truck mode. Like I said, I did do some enhancements here to add the red lights. Now that I see what it looks like, I'm probably going to be modifying my original. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, this also has the problem. What does tend to help with that is one, moving this out of the way and then closing it on top, and then it tends to stay together a little bit better. So I try to do that as part of the transformation. Kind of leave one panel on top here. Let's see. On the side, I mean, you do have differences here in the side mirrors are black versus silver on the original figure. That's pretty much just about it. I mean, there aren't many other differences. Oh, here we go. I mean, you'll see this more in robot mode, but the yellow versus the red on his waist piece, it does show up here. You also have to ignore the fact that I have silver paint here. I've added that. That's not in the original figure. This is actually blue, just the same color as these. That was, again, sort of a test at paint. But that's really about it for differences in vehicle mode. I like the color of this. You know, he's sort of serving as my evil Optimus Prime or alternate Optimus Prime. I don't know which one to call him. Even though he's a Year of the Horse. Oh, that's one other difference. I'm sorry. He has the Year of the Horse symbol, whereas the other MP10 Optimus Prime Hasbro does not have any symbol, actually. But that's about it. But I do like the coloring. I do like the scheme and the look of this guy. You know, I mean, the mold is exactly the same, but the paint it's pretty unique, and I like it. It's a different enough that I wanted to own it. Now that I have it, you know, I do like it. Let's get on to the trailers here. And, you know, they're all the same gimmicks, so I'm not going to review the gimmicks of the trailer. I'm only going to do a comparison of the two trailers. Now here you have two trailers side by side. Obviously, one is clear and has a red, maroon and gold Autobot symbol. One is, you know, the silver color with the white and red. I just feel like they should have made this a little bit better looking. I don't know. The blue is kind of strange. It doesn't match anything on the Optimus Prime figure, so I'm not sure why they picked this blue translucent color for portions of the trailer. I think they would have been better off making that the same color as maybe Optimus Prime's legs, or maybe a darker color. But the fact that this light blue, it does kind of look strange. I also am not a fan of the clear. You know, I'm actually planning to paint this probably black. I think the black theme goes with the Optimus Prime. It has some black on him. Even on the bottom, you can see there's some black. So I'd like to paint this trailer black, but for now he's clear. No other major differences. The back. Well, sorry, you do have this symbol here, the Year of the Horse, Optimus, and Chinese symbol. But pretty much everything else is the same. It's the same mold. They did choose to do the tail lights in clear instead of red. I think that was another mistake. They should have kept the red tail lights. But everything that's silver plastic here has become clear plastic here. Obviously, another difference, and I mean, this is the roller from Masterpiece Optimus Prime. The Year of the Horse does not come with a roller, and that's sort of disappointing. They kind of actually, this was actually between $120 and $130 depending when you bought it. Did end up going down to $90 at some point, so you could get it real cheap because they weren't selling well in the stores, and Toys R Us was lowering their prices again and again. So hopefully you didn't pay anything more than $130 for this figure, but it does have all the same gimmicks, all the same, features as the Hasbro, Masterpiece Optimus. The only difference is not having the roller figure. I think it would have been nice if they had done it in the translucent plastic for roller. Then I could have seen, okay, this is, a very unique version, but having not included him, it was sort of a mistake. Now here's the repair vehicle, and he is translucent blue. His radar shield is translucent white. His arm and both arms are actually still black. Or not still black, but they're both black. And here is the standard Optimus Prime figure. From here forward, I'll probably refer to this as Standard Masterpiece Optimus, and this one as Year of the Horse Masterpiece Optimus. But the standard figure is this darker blue. It definitely looks better. I don't really like the choice here, but pretty much identical. Everything's identical. So we won't spend any more time on that. That's pretty much what it looks like. Even on the inside, you've got the blue translucent plastic. That's about it for the trailer. We're going to get this closed up here and moved out of the way. It does suffer from a little bit of, I don't know what the issue is, but the plastic is a little bit mushier or maybe more pliable. So one of the issues I've seen is it doesn't quite line, like the doors here are kind of loose. It doesn't want to line up, and I believe that's because the plastic has sort of moved out of the way, or it's not right where it used to be. I think it's mainly because it's a little bit more pliable. The original plastic was definitely a little more firm. I'm not sure why they chose to maybe change the plastic. It might be partially due to the fact that it's not painted, or maybe it's not the fact that it's painted. Maybe it's a different actual plastic quality. So that's kind of a detriment to this. It's kind of a pliable, softer plastic that ends up, the joints aren't that tight. And that's about it for the trailer. So we're going to get the figures here transformed into vehicle mode. Into robot mode. And then we'll be right back and we'll take a look at the weapons as well. Okay guys, we're back from transforming. And they did have very obviously the same transformation, but this guy had, maybe because he's older and he's been transformed more times, he did have a few more tolerance, issues and stuff like that. Oops. And I guess I just felt a little, the joints are a little looser. I believe that's probably a function of being transformed more times and just some wear and tear on the figure. This one's only been transformed once, so he probably is in a little bit better condition. But they're virtually the same quality, same transformation, same plastic quality, same fitment. They even both have, kind of a little gap in the chest area here. But I do like the Year of the Horse Optimus. I think he shines in his robot mode the most. I think that's his best mode. His vehicle mode is kind of weak. We'll take a look at matrices here and compare those. I do find that the original is a little bit harder to open, but you can get it open. They both, by the way, have the same articulation, everything else. So if you look at the matrices, they are slightly different. The Hasbro is more of a copper color on the outside, and the Year of the Horse is more of a goldish, and it also has a slightly bluer or maybe greener color matrix inside. So it is a little different as far as the matrix coloring is concerned, but the mold is essentially the same. Now we'll take a look at their weapons here. They are slightly different in color, but again, molded exactly the same. Sorry, just take a minute to get the weapons out here. They are some slight differences that I've noticed, and I'll talk about those. So here are the two guns. This one is more of a army color, or I guess brownish. Yeah, I would say it's kind of an army, almost like color of a camouflage color. And it has a silver barrel instead of a black barrel. And it also has gold. I mean, I guess this is trying to be a little more gold, but it does have gold on the side here, whereas the original has the silver. But it's pretty much the same design, same gun. I do like the color of this. It does go well with the Year of the Horse Optimus. It does fit just like the other figure. Fits perfectly in his hand. I think they made a good choice with the color and with the scheme. So there's his blaster. And we'll give Master Beast Optimus the same thing. And there you go. By the way, they both still have the same issue with the pointer finger. The second joint on the pointer finger is not pinned. They both have that same problem. So if you fiddle with the pointer finger a little too much, it will come off and it'll fall off. But that's a design flaw that's been with this mold since the beginning, so that hasn't changed. So that's pretty much it for the blaster. We do have the two Energon X's, and I'm just noticing, that's why I was pause for a second. This does look a little less shiny than it was when I first got it. This blue one is really clear and shiny. I do like the look of it. It looks a lot nicer. It stays together better. This one kind of falls apart now. I don't know if that's a function of being used more. Oh, there you go. Now it's a little more solid. But this one, it almost is like glued together, so I don't want to take it apart. But it does feel like, it's the same plastic. It's just slightly more rubbery, and that might be a function of how long this one has been sitting out or sitting around. This one's been in the box. Actually, I'm planning to display it now, so I'll probably leave it out, and we'll see if it changes over time. But it does fit on the hand pretty much the same way as the original figure. And there you go. Here's his Energon X. And we'll get the other one on here. See, that's what I was talking about. It's a little bit loose on the original figure. I think that's just a function of being played with or used over time. It's also got some loose foot joints or ankle joints. That's why it kind of falls over. So there you go. There are the two figures with their weapons. I think they did a great choice with the kind of clear blue color for the Energon axe and the army color or camouflage color for the gun. I think that was a nice change to make. I don't think this translucent plastic translated well for the trailer. I thought that they could have done a lot better job. When you look at them straight on, the Year of the Horse Optimus really kind of has an more evil look, and I think it's because of the black. You've got the black on the arms and on the waist area, so that gives them a little bit more of a darker look. The other thing is head mold. I'll try to get in closer here. Head molds are the same, but because of the coloring, it kind of looks like an evil Optimus. So the background behind his eyes are black, whereas on the original they're silver. I mean, the eye color itself is probably the same, but with that black background, he definitely looks. And also his head itself is a darker blue. I think it's more the color of the Takara head, but the fact that it's darker and it has a black background, almost like he's wearing a ninja's eye mask or eye cover, it makes him look just slightly more evil. And I think that's it's nice to have that variation. I mean, there's nothing like MP10B, the evil Optimus Prime, but it's different enough that I'm glad that I have both. I pretty much leave this one in robot mode. I think he's most impressive in robot mode, not as great in vehicle mode. The gold really does look good in this figure. I actually even think it looks better in robot mode than the chrome in robot mode on the original Optimus Prime figure. The color also is just a little bit better. I think by making him a little darker, it has a little more contrast, and that's sort of what makes it stand out. I mean, this one is true to the G1 cartoon, so I would never, I wouldn't sacrifice the colors on this because I think it matches. I'd probably add some more detail if I had to go back, and I'd probably add some detail like I did here, maybe some paint on the inner legs like I did here. But overall, I think the color, the scheme on this matches the cartoon perfectly, and I would not modify that. The another thing that makes him look evil is he's got the red translucent plastic here on the waist, and also on his forearms right here, instead of the gold, you've got the red translucent plastic pieces. So again, that darker look, that darker plastic is kind of makes him look a little bit more evil, and I do like that. So that's pretty much it, guys. There's not much else. I didn't go over the real detailed articulation or all the features and functions, because I did go over that in my Masterpiece Optimus Prime review. So if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about articulation and features, gimmicks, you can go to the Masterpiece Optimus Prime review for this guy. That's about it, guys. This review was sort of a filler. I'm still waiting for MX-1 Apollyon. It seems like they keep delaying that figure, and I know they've made a bunch of production changes from the test shot that got issued, so it'll be great to see how did it turn out and what comes with it. I know they're including some extra parts and fixes for some of the issues that were discovered during the test shots, so I'm excited to review that, but in the meantime I decided to get this review out there. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Please, if you like this video, please hit the like or leave a comment, and please subscribe if you like my channel. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Bye.